I have lots of bulbs here which I'm going to do today. So instead of going to plant them in normal way that usually I do, I'm going to use the Nordic method. I did it once and the result was very good, but since I brought the chickens in this side, I cannot do it anymore like that because the chickens practically destroying the bulbs. This was the original call it Tulip Alley, and as you see here, Tulip Street, all the tulips are out. Chickens have dug them. So what I have to do, I will transfer everything the other side, Nordic. What I will do, I'll put a layer of the leaf mold and then put the bulb just on the surface of the leaf mold, then cover it with more leaf molds, and that way I will have a bed for this. This is the area near the fence that I'm going to put the leaf mold and put the bulbs on the top of the leaf mold, then cover it with more leaf molds. And this was my flower bed, one of my flower beds. So I'm going to do this year here all the bulbs also, including the ones that I have in the pot already. So let us see how it will be. Adjacent to the three sister system, I have this flower bed which I created in the 2016, and summer flowers and autumn flowers were here. Now I have covered it for a while with this membrane, with suppressing membrane, but now I'm going just to put some continue to put some, extend this to here. I bring fresh leaf mold, dump them here, then on top of it I put my bulbs, flower bulbs, and then I will cover it again with a thicker layer of leaf mold until they can come up on their own. Hopefully the bulbs will shoot through the leaf mold. You will see how it will do. I have loaded a super truck with a street sweep leaf mold by the council. As you see, it's really strip sweepings, and it's full of rubbish. People have a very bad habit in Britain. You cannot say that. They don't like even to be told that you should not drop the rubbish. And anyway, Hertfordshire is a rich county relatively, and we can afford to pay for all this people. Anyway, I'm going now to deposit this leaf. This is the leaf mold, and this is the bed. It will go over this bed, covering the flowers and whatever from the summer flowers. If they're viable, they will just in the spring or summer, they will just germinate again if there is any seed in this bed from the flowers, and they will come up again. If there is no, that's it. Now we plant new. I have now emptied half of the leaf mold from the truck and spread it immediately over the flower bed. These are summer and autumn flowers, non-bulbous of course, and I just covered it. I just put them here and they are covered, so anything was there including the flowers and any weeds is covered up to this point, which is that plant and rhubarb which is here. Hopefully we'll come back later, and that's it. Now I'm going to actually bring the bulbs and spread here. I have to work for my life, so I never was on benefit or anything like that. I have to work for my home, buy a home, and then pay the mortgage, luckily without a mortgage now. And it means I didn't have much time in my life to do other things. And that meant if I wanted to do any gardening, I have to rely on a method that is not time consuming. I found the gardening very relaxing for myself because of the job that I have. So I think that my method of the gardening, Nordic gardening, organic gardening, has a difference with the way that Charles Doding has done it. I came across this on my own, based on experience, being a scientist anyway. I have to do things by just studying observation and such things. I came to the same conclusion as him, and of course he has done it from his homestead, homemakers in the Somerset. I was not able actually to do that. I was doing my own way, practically, because I cannot be 24 hours like a homestead person on top of the weed, and just every moment the weed comes, just remove it. So I have to rely on a very quick method that gives me the maximum opportunity to use the time I have, and time is something really scarce in my life. So I found this way, came across by observation and by intuition, and I came across this method on my own. Of course, Charles Doding was doing it for many years also. And so my method is, because I cannot do any other way. Charles Doding maybe have a lot of time. Being a homestead person, I don't have that time. And because of the lack of time, I'm after a quick way of doing things. And I came across this way by my own experience and observation. And so there is a difference between our methods. The conclusion is roughly the same. The result is the same. You don't dig, you don't disturb the soil, you don't even remove the weeds. Practically I do a little bit more than what he did. I just cover the weeds also anytime, so I don't have to even to remove occasional weeds. So I just cover them all the time. And luckily in our area we have a lot of at different seasons we have lots of plant material available. Also I make my own compost, and so whatever we have in the kitchen, whatever we find here and there, I compost it, cardboard, newspaper, anything. And result is good. Leaf mold, now ready for another bed. That's a no-dig bed of the bulb. Okay, I have now brought the bulbs. As you see, lots of daffodils. Anywhere I go, I just get a few from them just to see how they compare and contrast to each other. And different daffodils, different again premium bulb collection daffodil blend, again daffodil, again some of this Muscari armeniacum, and again tulips, and some crocus. And for opening them I use my trustworthy lovely Christmas present, which is my opaline knife. This is number 8. I'm going to open and just use it immediately. Okay, this is the opaline knife. And I put the safety hatch, safety ring around so it will not close on its own, and I'm going to open the packages of the bulbs. Okay, being a busy person, I don't have the time to really plant them, so I just drop them the way that they are, and because the bottom is heavy, they just stay right way up, hopefully. And as I go, I just plant more. Unless this is going like this, which was the roots way up, so I just drop them like that until all is planted. I just want to show this Morrison bulb that I got. They're written £3, but actually they were on sale for £2. And look at the roots. The roots are growing. It means they're ready for planting. And so I just drop them there and hoping that they'll grow. Okay, now I have planted all these bulbs and I will show you how they look. These are the bulbs I planted. Some of it you will not see, or most of it actually you cannot see. They're well hidden, camouflage. And but there is a lot of bulbs here. The next stage is that to bring the bulbs from the pots that I planted last year, and I want now to transplant them to here. Yes, these are the pots. Another pot of bulb. Another pot with the bulb. Another pot, which is partly covered by this membrane. The bucket of the bulbs from 3 pots, those large pots, and I'm going now to spread them here, and there's a few of them remain, so I will continue to do it. We have dahlia and other things that these large bulbs I got from the pots. They're huge, the size of an onion. Beautiful. And they have lots of bulblets. I have now spread all the bulbs from the packs that I bought and from the pots that I planted last year. So you see there is a lot. Probably it's the densest cultivation of the bulbs anywhere in an allotment. And yeah, that's my way. Always do the most without being actually competitive. I don't care really. Yeah. But anyway, this is the way it is. I extended it also to this part, so up to this corner. There was a lot of dahlias and bulbs of the tulips and other things. So now I'm going to cover it with this leaf mold. If it is not enough, I bring more. Okay, I've covered now most of the bed of the bulbs, flower bulbs, in the leaf mold, by the leaf mold. Just this about 2 feet part is remain to the end. And I have a few leaves left, which is this. I may bring a little, half a load more just to cover things, because these beds, when the leaf mold decomposes, it just reduces to nothing. It's very thin. So I've taken half a load of this leaf mold and I'm taking it to the flower bulb. Okay, this is finished now. I just have padded it up with a little bit more leaf mold, and that's it. The flower bed bulbs is now done. Up to that point. And also the other side, which I will show now. What I will do now is to cover the whole thing, because there is a weather forecast for a hurricane. The center of it is in Iceland, but the wings of it, the spirals of arms of it, will pass through England, so Scotland and England. So just to be safe, I cover it with this layer of the wind suppressing membrane. Okay, it took me about 2 hours to finish all this. It would have been actually half an hour if it was just bulbs that I bought and they were in the pack. But because I had to dig the ones that were in the pot, it took a little bit longer. And now it is finished. And yeah, about probably 15 meters of bulbs planted. 15 meter by half a meter. So 15 meter by half a meter will be about 7 to 8 meters, 7.5 square meter of bulbs. We will see how they will show in the spring and summer and autumn. They're from different bulbs, different blooming times, and that's it. Now I check back this to where it belongs. Beautiful sunset. Okay, it took me about 2 hours to finish all this. It would have been actually half an hour if it was just bulbs that I bought and they were in the pack. But because I had to dig the ones that were in the pot, it took a little bit longer. and now it is finished. And yeah, about probably 15 meters of bulbs planted. 15 meter by half a meter. So 15 meter by half a meter will be about 7 to 8 meters, 7.5 square meter of bulbs. We will see how they will show in the spring and summer and autumn. They're from different bulbs, different blooming times, and that's it. Now I take back this to where it belongs. Beautiful sunset. Garlic bed. That is most beautiful. Sun is setting almost above them. It is one of those magical moments. Beautiful perpetual spinach, the spinach bit. Bed of the normal spinach, of course covered. And Persian cress.